Hello. This short teaching, I like to treat the topic of the 12 links of dependent origination. My name is Samsara, and I'm a monk in the Sakya school of Tibetan Buddhism. And my main teachers are His Holiness Sakya Goma Trichin, 41, and their sons, their Holiness is 42, Ratnavajra and Janavajra. So these links, 12 links of dependent origination, they show to us our daily life. They are a mirror, these 12 links of our daily life. What we are doing, what we are thinking, what we are saying by body, speech and mind. And our reactions of body, speech and mind, they are caused by dependent origination. It means what happens in the world outside of us is nothing else but dependent origination. One cause as a result, and this result is the cause for the next cause and next result, like an endless chain of beginning, arising and disappearing. So what we do through our senses is that we are aware of what's happening in the outside world, and with our mental formations or our thoughts and feelings and our emotions and bodily reactions are a reaction of what is happening in the outside world through our senses and through our mental formations and our feelings and sensations. We react by body, speech and mind. This is what we are doing, what our activities are all day long, reacting on causes outside of us, and as a result I produce feelings and emotions and mental formations, and these are causes for the next feelings, emotions and mental formations. This is called dependent origination, and it means there is no inherent existence on what is happening in the outside world. It is not happening by itself, independent of factors and circumstances. It is not, my feelings and emotions and mental formations are not arising from themselves, out of themselves, independently, but they are reactions on the outside world, as I just explained, through our senses and mental formations and feelings. So this is the basic structure of the essence of our life, dependent origination. Everything happens in something that happened before. And this is what happened before, and my reaction to that is the cause and result in itself. And the cause is the beginning of arising of a new result. So this is our life of feeling, emotions and mental formations. Or in other words, this is empty of independent origination. So Buddha Sakyamuni explained this dependent origination because if we are not aware of this chain of causes and results in an endless sequence, if we are not aware of that, then we are more or less blind because we react impulsively, conditioned with all kinds of automatic responses. So this also means that our happiness and our suffering is temporary. Happiness and suffering arise dependent on causes and conditions, present in the outside world, and created by myself. So this is why Buddha Sakyamuni explained dependent origination, because again, if we are ignorant of that, then we blindly are experiencing suffering and happiness in an endless sequence, in an endless continuity, without being conscious of it, that it is just arising, being there for a while and disappearing. So to say bluntly, we are like mice or a mouse running in a treadmill in his cage, again and again and again, with all kinds of conditioned reactions, this treadmill from one life to another life. So this is far from liberation, and as we all know, Buddha's wish was to liberate beings from suffering and the causes of suffering, and to find peace and harmony and happiness on a lasting and durable base. So Buddha's aim was to explain this dependent origination, these 12 links, in order to give us wisdom of how we experience our lives, for the good and for the bad, and how we can liberate ourselves from causes that continue to bring suffering and causes that continues to bring short-time happiness. So that's why it's called 12 links of dependent origination. And maybe, as you know, this is a part of the wheel of Samsara, running around in a treadmill of lives, running around in a treadmill of causes and conditions, is what we call Samsara. Turning again and again the wheel of behavior and running around in circles, from short-term behavior or behavior in life after life after life, conditioned, continued without any insight in dependent origination. So this is called Samsara, the wheel of existence. And maybe you know that the essence, the center part of the wheel, is the ignorance, which is the pig, and which is the hatred, the aversion, and the poison from the snake, and the peacock, that is the pride and the attachment to me and myself, the ego. So we have the pig, that is the ignorance, we have the peacock, that is the me, myself, the I, and the attachment to that, and the aversion, which is the snake, that is rejecting and resistance to everything that is not bringing happiness to us, or that threatens to destroy our happiness. So ignorance, aversion and attachment, aversion and attachment is the consequence of ignorance, lack of wisdom, as I've just explained. And through that we all continue with a continuous change of ending up in results in mental states, emotional states that cause suffering. We have maybe these are the 6 realms. It is the mental state of grasping and clinging, which is the preta realm, the grasping. There is the hell realm, which is caused by anger and aversion and all those negative deeds. It causes kind of a hell realm inside of us. There's the animal mental state of mind, or the animal realm, which is dominated by bluntless ignorance, impulsive acting, impulsive reacting without considering other options. So these are states of mind that are difficult to change, because the intensity of the suffering is great. And then there is the Asura realm. Asura means the warriors, the mind, the states of mind that are dominated by jealousy and being jealous on the happiness of others, or the beautiful outlook of others, or the possessions of others. So this is caused by jealousy. And the God's realm is the realm where it is very beautiful and very prosperous to live in. And this is caused by great desire at the time, in this life or previous lives. And then there's the human realm, which is dominated by lack of concentration and lack of virtue. So this is this inner circle, and the inner circle of ignorance, aversion and attachment. This causes all kinds of mental and emotional disturbed state of mind, these 6 that I've explained. And the opposite are the 6 paramis. In every realm of these 6 realms of samsara, there are the 6 paramis. This is the Buddha quality. So the Buddha quality is the quality that liberates us from suffering in these 6 realms of samsara that we experience every day. So, for instance, the parami of generosity. This is the counterforce that Buddha explains to the pretas. The pretas are the grasping, the craving, and the clinging, never satisfied, never enough. So the counterforce of the Buddha quality is explained by Buddha here by generosity. And discipline is the counterforce for the asuras. Asuras that are constantly striving with others and cause a lot of harm. So these types of state that we can be in, we need discipline in refraining from harmful actions of body, speech and mind. It's the counterforce in struggle and strife. And patience, Buddha advises as the counterforce not to be disturbed by anything. So this is the counterforce for the mental states that we experience as anger and aversion and hatred and whatever. So Buddha advises us the counterforce, to develop the counterforce in ourselves, the Buddha quality in ourselves of patience, not to be disturbed by or perturbed by anything. And diligence is what should be practiced by the human realm, where we try to find joy in what is virtuous and positive and wholesome. And for that we need concentration and meditative concentration, not to be distracted. And for the wisdom, the 6th parami or paramita, is advised by Buddha to the animal state of mind, where we have no discrimination, where we have no various blunt impulsives, where we do not consider other options of behavior. For that, Buddha advises to study and contemplate and practice the wisdom. So this is very briefly the 6 realms of samsara, as explained by Buddha Sakyamuni, for those beings who find difficulty in studying or analyzing or studying texts. And that's why you will find it in many Tibetan Buddhist monasteries at the entrance. to remind us constantly of this constant circle of lives, constant circle of cause and effect. And in essence, it is the constant action or karma. Through this ignorance, as I've explained, we constantly create karma based on ignorance and followed by aversion and attachment, and this creates karma again. So this is the endless circle of life, samsara. So these 12 links of dependent origination is the main circle of behavior that keeps us and holds us and continues us to with karmic deeds based on ignorance and aversion and attachment. So it is, as I've said in the beginning, in essence, all our daily life of body, speech and mind. They are dominated by these 12 factors. And the first two, ignorance and formation, they are from previous lives. So ignorance, as I've just have explained, not understanding the true reality of samsara and not understanding the relative reality of cause and effect. This is a lack of knowledge, but it refers to the afflictions that we have created in previous life on basis of ignorance. So the ignorance that we experience in this life is in fact caused by ignorance in previous lives, time and time again, many lives before us. So the thriving force that we are here, and that we continue to be born and reborn, is ignorance. Yeah? And the second, because of this ignorance, there is formation. And formation means it is the creation of virtuous and non-virtuous actions of body, speech and mind. And this, what we are doing now, what we are acting now, by body, on virtuous and non-virtuous actions of body, speech and mind, also was happening in previous life. It is not from this life that we are in, it is a result of previous lives. So ignorance and formation, formation being virtuous and non-virtuous deeds by body, speech and mind, based on ignorance, these two are from the previous lives. So it is based on actions, not on wishes, but on actions of body, speech and mind. You maybe you know that karma means action of body, speech and mind. Then 3 is consciousness. And consciousness means that this whole load of formation, karmic formation and ignorance is arising in this life. And in being specific, the consciousness enters of previous lives, enters this life in the moment that the red, the egg of the mother, the red substance, and the white substance of the father, or the man, the woman and the man, come together. And as soon as this white and red substance of man and woman come together, then at that moment the consciousness from previous lives enters this life. So birth means entering the womb on the moment of the coming together of the red and white substances of the mother, of the woman and the man. And then we can call it father or mother. So it is the physical birth coming into existence of the consciousness with the whole karmic storage of previous lives. So this is called the birth. not the bird leaving the womb, but coming together and entering the consciousness of the red and white substance of the man and the woman. Then the fourth is name and form.